Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for watching another video. So today we're going to compare 5 micro compact pistols out there and see which one might be right for you. Who is going to emerge as the overall winner? So up here we got the Ruger Max 9, the Sig P365XL, the Taurus G3C, we have the Springfield Armory Hellcat, and the Smith & Wesson Shield Plus. Let's get it going. Alright, we're going to start off with the Sig P365XL, and it's because it's the pistol that I've been carrying the longest out of the grouping of 5. And honestly, this is the pistol that made me rediscover CCW pistols, because now the micro compact pistols now have more capacity. I love how thin this is. It's very easy to carry, beautiful grip angle, nice comfortable grip, nice deep beaver tail, gets really deep in the web of your hand, very easy to control the muzzle flip when you're squeezing off rounds very quickly and you're picking up your cadence. Got a nice little accessory rail in the front, nice big trigger guard, and this is a decent trigger. It's a very mushy trigger. It's on the lighter side. It's going to be in between maybe 4 and 5 pounds. Alright, on to the things I don't like about the P365XL. Number one, it's pricing. So the version without the red dot is, I would say, between $600 and $700 depending on where you can find it. The one with the Romeo Zero sight is now, I would say, between $750 to $800. So it is on the pricier side. Next, the fact that you don't maintain your rear sight. Once you take off the plate and replace it with the Romeo Zero, if this dot goes down, you're relying on that little tiny notch to help you aim. And what if you don't want to use the Romeo Zero? Now you don't have a rear sight. Also, the magazine release for my hands, when I flip this over, you can see my middle finger is totally covering the button on this side. So when I try to kick out the magazine, I really have to drop my hand down to kick out the magazine. And on the topic of the magazines, you do get two 12-round magazines. The issue I have is that they're kind of hard to find, they're very expensive, and the durability is questionable. So you see these areas that are starting to come off from use, they tend to rust. And for magazines that are hard to find that cost this much, it's not a good thing. Alright, we're going to be comparing the Sig to the Smith & Wesson Shield Plus. Now this is not a very fair comparison because this is the base model of the Shield Plus. It's not optics ready. It doesn't have the fancy fiber optics on it. That would be the Performance Center version. But I'm going to tell you right now, even in its base form, the Smith base is cheaper than the Sig base price. I think it's like $450 to $500, so it's less expensive. Now, if this was a Performance Center version, I would pick it anyway. I think this is a better pistol. I like how thick the grip is this way. It's thinner. When you get a hold of it, it really makes you feel like you can control the pistol that way. Trigger, I think, is better. The magazine release is easier to kick the magazine in and out. I think that's going to be the case for most people. And you do get 2 magazines. You get the 13+1 and the 10+1. These are way more durable. They're easier to find, and they cost less money. You know, there's not a lot to dislike about the Smith & Wesson Shield Plus. This is a very easy to shoot pistol. I think it's because of this grip thickness here. It really fills up your hand. It's very easy to control. Maybe I would like to see either a deeper tang here or an extended beaver tail. But even in its base form factor like this, it's a pleasure to shoot. And I can only imagine if this was the Smith & Wesson Performance Center version, it might be absolutely perfect. But I'm going to pick the Smith over the Sig. Alright, let's see if the Ruger Max 9 can knock off the Smith & Wesson Shield Plus. First of all, this is a screaming value right around at $450. I love this rear sight, how steep and flush that is. It's going to be very easy for you to hook it onto a belt or a shoe if you want to rack that slide back with one hand when you're not using your red dot. Nice front sight. You got a fiber optic front backed up with a tritium bead in here. So at night, that tritium bead is supposed to light up that tube so you can see it at night. And look at all the areas for light to hit that fiber optic tube in the front. So that's a nice front sight. I love the magazine release button design. It's very easy for you to punch out the magazine very easily from any grip angle. You do get 2 magazines. There's a 12+1, which looks like that. And there's a flush one, which is a 10+1 that looks like this. And also comes with a pinky extension. These are extremely durable magazines. You can find them all over the place. And it's still less expensive than the Sig magazine. Alright, moving on to the things I didn't like about the Ruger Max 9. The first thing is, I want a deeper tang back here. As I was shooting this gun, it was sliding around. I just didn't feel like it gave me enough support back here. Number 2, this trigger has a lot of creep in it. Check this out. Okay, a lot of creep in there. I'll do it one more time. The reset's okay, but look how much creep is in there. That's a lot. So for those two reasons, the shootability is not as good as the Smith & Wesson Shield Plus, and I like the trigger better on that Smith & Wesson. So I'm going to still say that Smith is the overall winner so far. Springfield Armory Hellcat, about an average value $550 to $600, packed with tons of great features. Check out the stock sights, guys. Right, we got a U-notch back there, heavily outlined. If you get a low enough red dot, you should be able to co-witness from the rear to the front through the sight. Nice steep angle in here, very easy to hook onto belts or shoes if you want to rack that slide with one hand. And the front sight, let me see if I can get a close-up here on that front. Easy to see at night, so it glows so incredibly bright, and very easy to pick up in the daytime. Got a nice accessory rail here on the front, decent trigger. It is going to pull on the heavier side, maybe around 6.5 pounds, but honestly on a CCW pistol, you're not going to mind that at all. Decent magazine release button. I like how wide it is, very easy to punch it out no matter what grip angle you're hanging onto. On that topic of grip angle, very comfortable. This grip texture is unbelievably velvety, soft and smooth, but yet grippy at the same time. And you got a nice deep beaver tail back here to really help you control that pistol. Magazine-wise, you get two. There's a 13+1 and an 11+1. Nice durable finish, very easy to find, and still cheaper than Sig magazines. And much like the Smith & Wesson Shield Plus, I don't have a lot of criticisms, just really small ones. Like maybe make the trigger a little bit lighter and have less creep. Let me see if I can show you what it looks like here. So here's the first wall. So not bad. The reset's pretty good. And again, you can check out the full review I've done on these. I'll leave a link either in the description or right up here. But maybe those are the two things I would have criticisms about, is maybe less creepy of a trigger and maybe just get it down to 5 pounds for the trigger pull. So between the Shield Plus and the Hellcat, which one do I like better? I'm switching over to the Hellcat. Alright guys, look at who's trying to spoil this party. I got the Taurus G3C. Now really this pistol doesn't belong in this class. It's bigger, it's heavier. However, it is a screaming value, and I know the GX4 has come out. I got that pistol coming in, and we'll do those reviews separately. Screaming deal, guys. $350 to $380. This has all of the features that all of the other pistols have and a little bit more. Starting off with flexibility and red dot, all right? All the other pistols, you can only fit one footprint pattern. Here they give you adapters, so you can put whatever red dot you want on here. So in that sense, it's a little bit more flexible. You get 3 12-round magazines, right? Not the highest quality, but they're inexpensive and they're very easy to find. There's not a lot to dislike about this pistol, so can it keep up with the Hellcat? And honestly, guys, even though it's a great value and you get all the magazines and all the features that the rest of the 4 pistols have, shooting this, it just couldn't keep up with the other 4. It's a little bit clumsier, it's a little bit bigger, it just didn't feel as good as the other 4. But again, if you're looking for a great value, you can't go wrong. Anywhere between $350, maybe $400. You can't go wrong with the G3C, but the winner, in my opinion, is the Springfield Armory Hellcat. Well, alright guys, here is a look at your overall winner, in my opinion. If you enjoyed the video, please give it the thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.